We're already on episode 15 of this penny hunt and album fill. This is boxes 17 and 18, and we have a box from Louisiana from Claude, as well as Arizona from Jacob. Hey everyone, it's RobFindsTreasure. Welcome back to my channel. That's right, we have another penny hunt and album fill episode. Like I said in the intro, we're already on episode 15, and at the end of this episode, we'll have gone through 18 boxes. Now, if you've missed my first 14 episodes, please be sure to check out my playlist that I have linked down below, and I'll even put the playlist up here. That way you're all caught up before you see what the progress is on this album. Now, if you are caught up, you'll recollect that we have currently filled 147 of the 234 spots in this Dansco Lincoln Send album. We've got all of the 90s, 80s, and all of the 70s except for the 70S small date, all of the 60s except for the 60 small date, and then we have a lot of the wheat cents still to work on. Of course, we have a lot of the wheat cents completed in the 50s and a handful in the 40s, and it gets a little bit more open, if you will, going back in the 30s, 20s, and teens as expected. Now, having a Louisiana box and an Arizona box, we might get some of these Denver minted wheat cents that were lacking in the album, and that's what I'm hoping for in this 100 roll hunt. Obviously, we'll be looking for any bright and shinies that we can upgrade in the wheat cents, but I won't be pulling out brown wheat cents to replace them with slightly better brown ones, since I'll probably still end up updating them if we have better wheat cents down the road. Now, anything that's corroded like this 1935, we will upgrade that one as soon as we get a better example regardless. I think I've talked long enough. You guys know the drill. We have a 2-box hunt. Obviously, we have 100 rolls to get through, so it's going to take some time. I do want to say a special thank you to both Jacob and Claude for trading some mats for these boxes and providing me the chance to hunt both Louisiana and Arizona State in the same video. Claude's box from Louisiana is an unopened box because you can see from the holes in the bottom that it's circulated pennies. So we'll do a live opening on that one and go ahead and begin the hunt. Let me go ahead and pull this forward and we'll take a peek together. All right, here we go. First box opening of the hunt. I don't see any weedy enders, but that's okay. I see a lot of shield cents, but we do have a good run of copper in the first couple of rows, so maybe we'll run into some copper as well. Either way, it's not going to hunt itself. You guys know the drill. We'll bring you in if and when we have a first find. Roll number 6, wheat cent number 1. It's a scratched 56D, but still our first wheat cent and a Denver one to boot. Roll number 8 is going to be a dandy because I saw we had a wheat cent, which is just going to be a 1958 Philadelphia. But I also noticed we had another one that looked like it was in the 50s. And when I flattened the roll, I saw we had another old looking one. And that has got to be a wheat cent as well. So this is going to be a 1951 Philadelphia, wheat cent 3. And let's just double check. And it is 1944 Philadelphia. Ironically, 3 Philadelphia wheat cents all in the same roll, but I'm not mad at that because that's 4 and not even 8 rolls completed yet. Roll number 12, wheat cent number 5. This one is a 1941 Philly, so let's just make sure it doesn't have any of the DDOs that you'd see at the date, on Liberty, or on the motto. No doubling, 5th wheat cent. Oldest of the box. Roll 14, wheat cent number 6. Pretty good box so far. 58D. Roll 26, wheat cent number 7. Barely noticed it, but it's a 51D. And we've already found one of those. Roll number 32, wheat cent number 8. A little discolored. Another 51 Denver. Roll number 38, wheat cent number 9, almost double digits, 57 Denver. Roll 39, wheat cent number 10, and it looks a little bit slick by the reverse. Is it going to be an oldie and a goodie? It is an oldie one, 1934 though, and I think we have that one. There is a DDO for this one. it's pretty worn, so I don't think we'll be able to see it. But either way, we'll take it, although not one we needed for the album. Roll number 44 has kind of a unique find. Now, at first glance, I thought it was a proof, and after confirming it's a proof, it's actually a 1968 S. So this is the first year that San Francisco started minting proof strikes, and I will take it. It's not in the best shape, but as you know, there was both business and proof strikes done by San Francisco in 1968 after Philadelphia stopped minting proofs in 1964. We'll take it. Like having that one. Now we just need a few more wheats. Well, the Louisiana State box has been hunted, and you know, it wasn't a bad box. We got 10 wheat cents, we got a proof, a couple of Canadians, and 3 pretty nice copper cents that I'll check against the album. We'll have to see. The find of the hunt was the 68S proof. You can tell it's a proof by the finish on it, and I will take it. The oldest find was the 34P. We've already got it, and this is not a very nice one. We got 2 more in the 40s, and the other 7 were in the 50s. Box 1 down, short on copper. Let's see if box 2, A, has more copper, and B, can get us to 20 wheat cents. Roll 13 of the Arizona box, and we have our first wheat cent finally, and believe it or not, it's going to be a 30s. 37D, and I don't think we have that one. We'll find out at the end of the video, but I will definitely take that for sure. Second oldest of the box, and another one from the 30s. Wheat cent number 11. Roll 27 of the Arizona box. It's been a slow box, better with the copper, but we're going to have wheat cent number 2 of this box and 12 of the hunt. And that's a 53D. Roll 28, wheat cent number 13. Another 1944 Philadelphia. Roll 29, box is heating up. Wheat cent number 4 or 14 of the hunt is a 1946 Philadelphia. We have finished the Arizona box, and you know what? It was a light box, but it might give us one we need for the album. We only got 4 wheat cents in that box, so 14 for the 100 rolls. Definitely lighter than I would like, especially this late in the series, but if we can add 1 or 2 every time we do a 2-box hunt, you can't get mad at that. I will point out that we had that 68S proof, and I wanted to show you a 68S business strike next to it. You can see that the toning and the finish is different, but a couple of beautiful examples anyway. We got 4 Canadians, 5 59s, another handful of beautiful copper cents we'll check, and 2 69S's, of course, neither of which was the double die obverse. On top of that, we failed to fill the copper cup. That's about what I get from a Northeast box, 1 box, and that's probably a little bit less than I get from 2 of my own. So definitely light on the copper, which is probably why we were light on the wheat cents. Now that we've done this, let me go ahead and comb through the finds, see if we have any additions or upgrades, and I'll bring it back in. So I went ahead and checked through the finds, and we will be adding 1 and upgrading 2. The first upgrade will be the 68S. The one in the book's nice, but that one is just awesome as far as the luster. We're also going to go ahead and upgrade that 63 that I found, because obviously it's a more red example than the one we have in the album. So those are the 2 upgrades that we'll have for this hunt. On top of that, we did add that 137D that I thought, so that'll be a nice addition to the album. 1 more spot filled. Let me go ahead and plug those in, and I'll give you a final look with some final thoughts. All right, we've plugged in the upgraders. The album's definitely nicer than it was before we started this hunt. Shame that we only added the 137D, but we still got to add 1 and upgrade 2. We now sit at 148 of the 234 spots completed, which leaves 86 more finds to find. Hopefully you're still enjoying this penny hunt and album fill series. I know I am. If you are, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy hunting and thanks for watching.